Hi, this is Dell with Comic Snags again. So what happens, I buy a lot of my stuff from the swap meet. And the thing about swap meets is that, you'll see a vendor there, and then the next week you won't see him. Or you'll see him like a month later, and whatever you wanted that you didn't get at the time is gone. It's probably like gone the next day when he goes to another swap meet. So this is the dilemma I had. So I went to this one vendor I've never seen before, right? And I asked, and he had like something in the back under this case, and I was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, can I look at those? It looks like comic books." And he goes, "Yeah, for sure. Take a look." And so I look at it, and I'm like, my eyes bulge out. There's 5 comic books on there, okay? And I wanted them all. So the first one was A, and this A he wanted $100 for. So I do own a copy of it, but the swap meet one was a little bit better than mine, just a little bit, not bad. If mine's a 9, his was a 9.2 or 9.4. Okay, so it wasn't too bad. Maybe 2 grades more, maybe less, or about the same. I'm not really quite sure, but it was awesome. So these five books were all major keys. Okay, so the second one I saw was this one. So this, I did have a graded copy already. He wanted $90 for it. It was about the same grade, right? So he wanted 90. And then number C came along. I looked at it and I was like, wow. So he wanted $50 for this one. And this one was never seen before. I've never seen it before, and it was in the high 9s. It was actually in the best condition out of all of them. And then number D was here, and D was $100, and I've never seen it before, but it was a little beat up. It was like possibly a 4 or 5, somewhere around there. And then there was E, which he wanted $80 for, and I always wanted this copy. And then there was F. So F, he wanted $50 for it, and I do not own one, but I would like to have one. It was like 8 or 9 as far as his grade. So, okay, so I saw these comic books, and there's no way I had enough money. In my wallet, I had about $140, and I was like, man, dude, I don't know which one to get. So, I asked him, I was like, dude, how much you asking for all of them? And then he looks at me, and he sees it, and he goes, man, you know what? Give me $300 and it's yours. And I was like, $300 for all of these? And I was like, oh yeah, awesome. But then I started checking my pants, and I was like, oh smack. I think I forgot my wallet at home. So all I have is $140. And I asked this guy, do you accept Zelle, Venmo, PayPal? And he said no to all of it. He just wants cash. So I was like, there's no way I could do it. And see, this is the problem. I could have asked him, yeah, can you hold these until I come back? But I know that it was going to be like maybe a half-hour trip to get to the bank and come back. And there was literally some guy behind me eyeing all of these comic books. And I know that if I left there now, possibly 1 or 2 that I really wanted would be gone, or all of it would have been gone, because I think it was getting ready to open up his wallet and throw down the $300 for this. So, I asked the dude, I was like, I'm sorry, man, I forgot my wallet. And he goes, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to sell stuff. So I was like, okay, I understand. So, so I know this has happened to me before. When I've come back for something, it's not there. Even when I ask him to hold it, there's always, I don't know the guy. I don't know if I've dealt with him before. Like with some of the other vendors who I know, they would hold it for me for a half hour. But unfortunately, this guy, I've never seen him before, and so I couldn't take the chance. So I was like, you know what? It's like, I only have $140. Can I pick a few of them and see if you give it to me, right? Let's make a deal. So he's like, okay, for sure. Which one do you want? And so, after looking at it all, right, I took out the one that was graded, because I already have a copy of it, right? I took out, where is it? Oh, A, which was $100 because I own a copy. And so I was left with these 4. I was left with, let's try to get it all in the camera here. Or try to get most of it in the camera. Okay, yeah. I was left with these 4. So I was left with E, F, C, D. Okay, so those are the ones that he was, that we're trying to negotiate on. And so, I told him I only have $140. I just want to walk away with like, at least some of these comic books, at least the ones I didn't have. And he goes, okay, yeah, you know what? I'll give you... And then he takes D and he puts it back in the pile and says, I'll give you these for $140, right? This equals $180. So he gave me $40 off of these comic books. Sold. Here you go. Here's $140. Too bad I didn't have $160. I would love to have gotten everything, and the ones that I have, I would have sold or traded in order to make some of my money back. Okay, so I chose E, F, and C. Let's put those away. Don't forget to subscribe or comment, especially comment. I would love to hear what you guys would have done in this situation. But here, let me show you the ones that, let's put D aside here, that I did have and I own. So number A, which he was selling for $100, was this one. King Size Annual Avengers number 10. This is the first appearance of Rogue. Awesome, awesome. I was hoping that I could get that one, and then between the two, figure out which one is in better condition, and then sell this one or trade this one or for something that I would like in order to recuperate this. But you know what? It didn't happen. So the second one I have was B. He wanted $90 for it, and I own a graded copy, and it was about the same. It was Marvel Premiere, The Astonishing Ant-Man. This is 47. This is the first appearance of Scott Lang in the Ant-Man outfit. And I thought it was great. His was actually direct. Mine is a newsstand. So maybe mine is a little bit better than his. But you know what? I still would have loved another one. Okay. So let's go to D. So D, I do not have it. So I will go ahead and flash a picture of it. And he wanted $100 for it. Like I said, I'd never seen this out in the wild. It was beat up. But still, even in a beat up condition, I would have loved to have this in my collection. And it was, wow, Man-Thing, whatever this number. This is the first appearance of Howard the Duck. That one I did know. I don't know the number, but I do know it was the first appearance of Howard the Duck. And I would love to have that in my collection. But unfortunately, you know, it didn't happen. So let me bring back the 3 things I got for $140, right? Let's start off with Never Before Seen High 9, number C. This one was Mayhem number 1. This is the first appearance of the mask of Stanley Ipkiss. Yeah, Stanley Ipkiss. So I never seen this out in the wild. It's in black. This is actually like in the high 9s for something in black. So I'm so happy I found this one. I'm so glad I added it to my collection. So next we go on to F. He wanted $50 for this, right? And I don't own one, but it would be nice to have. And it was Astonishing Tales number 25. This is the first appearance of Deathlock. Awesome. Awesome yellow cover. Like I said, it's in really great condition. And I'm glad I have that. And so E, he wanted $80, and I always wanted this one. It's always been like a little bit too high, or it's a little bit too beat up for what I wanted. But man, this is a great copy of it. It is Marvel Spotlight number 32. This is the first appearance of Spider-Woman. So these are the comics I snagged for $140. I didn't want to let, unfortunately I wasn't able to grab all of them. But you know what? These 3, I'm actually glad I did get. Hopefully someone snagged the other ones and got a good deal for it. But you know what? All in all, you know what? I forgot my wallet. What are you going to do? At least I came out with something. So anyway, please go ahead and like this video or comment. I would love to hear what you guys would have done, because in the moment it's hard to figure out what to do, because there's so many options. I wish I had a friend or my wife was there, so I could borrow money from her or somebody, right? In which I could just borrow money there on the spot. But unfortunately, I didn't have that option. I only had like pretty much like 3 minutes to make my decision, or else the guy behind me, I think, is gonna go and snag it, because I have seen him before. And so I was like, oh man, if I don't get it now, I might never get these. But anyway, I'm glad I picked these 3 up. And these were the snags of the week. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.